Hey everyone, this is Chris Waterman, the Denver Mortgage Guy. Today I'm with my wife, Paula Waterman with Castle Rock Mediation.
Today we're going to talk about divorce mediation, and if there's a good time to where you might want to avoid divorce mediation or not utilize it. But before we get into that, I want to ask you to like, comment, follow, and share this video.
Yeah, great question. We get this quite a bit with our mediation business. Is there any point or any time where you should avoid mediation?
Really, the answer to that is hardly ever. The only time maybe you would avoid mediation is if you have a restraining order between you and the other party, and then you wouldn't want to be in the same room or maybe even in the same building. But we can always get around that because we use Zoom a lot these days, right?
That's right.
I mean, now we're really able to do mediation from even anywhere in the country. I've done mediations where one person's in Colorado and one person was in Michigan, actually. Yeah. So unless you feel really super confident that you can do every single thing on your own, I would never advise doing the paperwork without at least a mediator, if not a lawyer if you need one.
Well, and a good mediator, right, is also a facilitator with all the paperwork and the forms, because that can be pretty complicated.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Most people that want to save money, they're like, well, we'll go through the self-help forms on the website and we can fill them out ourselves. A lot of people are like, listen, I'm smart, I can figure it out. And most people can figure it out. But the reality is, when you're going through divorce, you're usually under a lot of emotional strain.
Yeah,
and having to fill out parenting plans and separation agreements, that can be really overwhelming. I just had a lady call me just right before this video. She said, we tried to do it on our own. I'm so overwhelmed. I just need someone to walk me through it. And that's what I'm really good at doing.
That's how most people feel. And, having a good divorce mediator and that third party neutral person can help with the paperwork or help you kind of come with some resolutions.
Yeah. And I will say, in Colorado, every single judge or court wants you to try mediation before they'll hear you litigate in court against the other party, right? Now, there are a couple of times, and so they want you to mediate for at least 2 hours, but there are a couple of times when mediation simply doesn't work. And sometimes mediation doesn't work if you are mediating with someone who's incompetent. Maybe they are, cognitively impaired, or for whatever reason, they're like they don't have the health, they can't physically do it. Other times, maybe they're narcissists, maybe they are chronic liars, maybe they have a mental illness that I don't know, they can't tell the truth, I don't know, or just precludes them from having.
And you've seen all of those things, right?
I really have. There are just some people who are so adversarial that you try to do mediation for a couple of hours and they simply will not participate in a healthy manner. That's when, you've tried mediation and it's time to move on and maybe get lawyers.
That's true.
Right.
Great content. Thank you for answering that question. If you want to get in touch with Paula or any of our other mediators, go to castlerockmediation.com. Thanks.